Alrighty guys, what is going on? It's your host ID Jester. Obviously, we're playing Combat Commander. We're going to have a little discussion about things before we actually get into some gameplay here. Because as I've been delving into Combat Commander, just picked it up again. I was waiting on GMT to republish Combat Commander. I decided I wasn't going to wait any longer for them to get their ass in gear, and I decided to go ahead and purchase it again it's been about 4 or 5 months ago, and I've been dying to play it. And I know that Patrick from Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials runs a great Combat Commander group, and they have a lot of great players, and you can have a lot of fun with them and everything. The problem is, I go through these cycles, and I don't want to join in with them and then kind of bail on them because I'm busy playing other games and stuff. I can't really commit to a lot of sessions, and I can't commit to being able to make it because of my schedule, being a YouTuber, and this, that, and the other thing. Anyways, Patrick Tactics and Tutorials, go check him out. He'll have links to his Combat Commander group, and I'm sure it's on the GMT newsletter that's sent out, and everywhere you can look at it. Talk to him on our Facebook group. But I've been dying to play Combat Commander. So, two choices. You either find someone to play or you play solo. Here's the problem. Obviously, finding people to play, I don't want to deal with that, so I'm going to play solo. So I looked online, and there's like 20 different solo modes out there. And I even printed like the most sophisticated and most advanced one, and it has all of the special charts, and it does all of its cool things, and there's some really great videos on how to use it and how to set it up, and somebody does a really good job. I'm sorry I forget his name, but does a great job of showing you how to use the actual solo scenario, and plays through a scenario and talks through things and does a great job. And I thought, that sounds good. Let's look at it. Blah blah blah. So let's talk about the issue you run into when you play Combat Commander solo, and this comes into just about every tactical level, World War II or anything tactical level. We got multiple chits on the board. You got a map, usually a hex encounter, and you have to play solo. No matter what the solo mode is, you run into two kind of issues. The first issue is you have to figure out what your opponent's doing, and then you're going to have to play out his turn for him, obviously, since you don't have someone there playing for him. So that's issue number one. Issue number two is with Combat Commander anyways, it's just card driven, which means anytime you look at the cards that he has, you have knowledge that you wouldn't have in a normal game, because your opponent can play cards against you when you're doing things on the offensive, or he might have special abilities that he will be able to do, which you will see and go, oh, look, he's got this card. He's got an advance with a couple ambush cards. Oh, well, I know what he's going to do. He's going to advance in. He's going to ambush. He's going to wipe out all my units in there, and he's going to, do all that because I've seen his cards. So with Combat Commander, you have this two issue or difficulties that you have to overcome if you want to play solo, because you have to figure out a way to figure out what your opponent is doing, analyze what the results are, however you determine whether it's chart driven or if it's random draw or whatever, and then you have to figure out how to not use the knowledge that you're given by looking at his cards. So, Doesn't matter whatever solo mode you look online. And like I said, there's like 10 or 12 different Combat Commander solo modes. I looked at a couple of them. And like I said, I'd even printed out some of the charts and stuff and read through some of the rules and some of their ideas that they had. And I said to myself, it doesn't matter the solo mode. And this goes with all tactical level games. If you don't have someone to play, you're going to have to figure out what they're going to do on their turn. There's even if I roll in this chart and it says fire or move, I have to decide who's firing, which enemy units are firing, which units are they firing at. If they're moving, I have to figure out which one of the enemy units are moving, how many of them are moving, and where they're moving to. There's like no charts or anything that's going to tell you that. So you're basically playing both sides of Combat Commander, because you're basically saying, oh, okay, well, he's doing a move action. I'm going to move his units. I have to figure out where he's going to move, what makes the most sense and the most tactical and the most, the smartest decision that he's going to have to make. So there's really no way of getting around that, because that's what you play somebody face to face does, is they figure out what they're going to do on their move. They spend their cards and their actions. So that's kind of the one downside of playing Combat Commander solo, and that goes with all tactical level games solo. And that's why I have a very hard time playing any tactical level game solo, because you have to basically put yourselves in two different shoes and do it as equal and as fair as you can, because obviously I can play the opponent really badly and my team's going to win and yay, but is it a hollow victory because you didn't play well for your opponent? So, I mean, there's really no getting around that. I mean, there are ways to possibly get around it with like action decks and stuff like that, and deciding some of that stuff. But I mean, you're talking about a very advanced solo mode at that point. So, over 2 points, that point is kind of hard to get around, where you're going to have to make decisions: who's moving, who's firing, who's advancing. And if you look at the map and the situation, 9 times out of 10, you're going to know what the best maneuver or the best situation would be. If your opponent is attacking, then moving, they're probably moving up to try and get the objectives, right? If your opponent's defending, he's shooting at the enemy that's coming towards the objectives. It's not rocket science. We're not talking about rocket science here. It's mostly pretty simple stuff. So that part of it's out of it. So the second part that people run into when they're talking about Combat Commander is the card and knowing what your opponent has and stuff. And I was just thinking, there's, like I said, there's charts and there's keeping track of all this information and this, that, and the other thing. What if you just never used the cards once you saw them, right? So you basically just recycle the cards through the deck if you looked at them. So if, for example, I fire at my opponent, he might have a card that, like a concealment card or something like that, he might be able to play. So I would look at the cards and say, oh, nope, he doesn't have one. But now I know what his cards are. Well, what if I cycled those cards out so I have no idea? And I just never use those cards again, which kind of, gets around the whole issue of, hey, I know what he's doing. Well, and the second point of this is, a lot of times you, as the player, prevent or do things for your opponent because you know what cards you have in your hand. Oh, I got a fire card, I got this, I got that. Well, what if you don't look at your cards either until you need to? So cards are basically on a need-to-know basis. So like when I draw new cards into my hand, I draw them face down and I don't look at them. So I don't know when I'm making my opponent's decision what he's going to do. So these are just thoughts. these are just things that were running through my head, and I'm like, yeah, it's great to have these fancy dancy charts and everything, but I think they're just trying to make it, they're trying to get around the problem without really analyzing what the problem is. The problem is, if I look at these cards, like, oh, I'm firing at him. Let's see, he's doing a recon, so I look at 5 cards, and I would look and say, no, he doesn't have any concealment cards, so he wouldn't be able to play those. But I also know he's got 2 move cards, a command confusion, an artillery request, and a recovery card. Well, what if I just, next time I looked in his deck, he had 5 different cards? Because every time you look at his cards, they automatically just switch. So the most difficult part in this whole thing is when your opponent plays a card, you would have to discard it. And also discard pile for cards that you just looked at, but he didn't play. So you have a discard pile for cards that were played, and you have a discard pile for cards that were looked at. And they're going to be 2 different stacks because you can't just go through the deck. You know, the problem would be I would go through this deck really fast because I'm looking at 5 different cards every turn, right? But those cards are just going to cycle right back through the deck. They're not out like you played them. So I guess the best way to really show you this and my thoughts and to see what issues we're going to run into and hear your guys' opinions is to give you a play. So let's do it. Let's just move that out of the way. Let's get you to the table and let's see what we got. So we have scenario 1 here, which is just this very kind of lightish German versus Russian. The Germans are going to start in or adjacent to G10 and in or adjacent to N10. So these 2 spots. So you can see I've already set them up on the board. And the Russians start in or adjacent to A2 and O1. So they can start in or adjacent to those 4 spots, which I did. I set that all up. And then basically both, it's 1941. Victory starts at the 0 spot. Obviously, whoever has more victory points wins. The time track is set to 2 spaces on the 2 space, and then sudden death is at 7 space. The Germans have a surrender level of 5. The Russians have a surrender level of 7. And then your posture, both are recon, which are 5 cards. As you can see, I think it's on here somewhere. Maybe it's not on this one. Maybe it's on the other charts, which is around here somewhere. Boop. Hand size, 5 cards of recon. There we go. So it also gives you your discard based upon your country. Okay. All right, so we're going to play the Germans because it just so happens the Germans are over here. So the German side starts with the initiative card. And then the Allies take the first turn. So as the player, you would normally just draw your 5 cards and you would be ready to go. Could you stick the looked at cards at the bottom of the deck instead of your own pile? Yes, you could. Yeah, that might even be a better idea. That's a good idea, Matthew. What is going on, Viper Dave? Lower Store Board Gamer, RJL Network. How you doing, guys? Good to see everybody. All right, so normally, right, I'm playing a game. I'm going to take my cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to look at them. But again, right, the whole point of this is there's 2 problems you run into when you're playing a solo tactical level games with cards. Two issues. Number 1 is you have to play the enemy. You have to figure out what they're doing, what they're moving, how they're moving, where they're firing, where they're going, what they're trying to do. You're going to be doing all that stuff. And to get around that is going to take, it's going to take a pretty extensive solo system that is way beyond the capabilities of just rolling randomly on a chart. Because even this solo system, which is great, and everyone loves this solo system, and I'm not putting this solo system down. I would highly recommend you go check it out and play it if you're playing Combat Commander. I'm just saying this solo system doesn't take care of that problem. And even with this, you have to make a decision on what you're doing. Oh, I rolled a move on the chart. Well, now I have to decide where is he moving, what units is he moving, how far is he moving, what is he going to do during his move? Is it going to be a assault move action? Is it going to be, something special with smoke grenades? There's all kinds of choices that can come into play that you're going to have to figure out. Just because I rolled a move on this chart doesn't take that decision away. You're still going to have to make that decision. What we're trying to do is get rid of the other part of the issue, in that I know what I got and I also know what he's got, so I know what he can do and I know what I can do. If you don't look at the cards until you need to, you won't have that knowledge. You'll be able to play a much easier and fairer game. So, I've taken my 5 cards. I haven't looked at them. I'm not going to look at them. I don't know what cards I have. I could have 20 great cards. I don't know. Now, the AI gets to go first, unless, as the Germans, I decide to use the initiative card. I could give this to them, and then I can take the first turn. But, no, I'm not doing that. So, what do we do? He's a recon, so he's got 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we will never use these 5 cards again, ever. Right? Once we've seen them, they're gone. They're out of the game. Dave, you're doing good. Good to see. All right. So, we're going to basically see, with his 5 cards, these are the 5 cards that he was dealt at the beginning of the game. Hola! Braun, what's going on? He got artillery, denied, he got an advance, he got a fire, artillery request, and he got a recover. You can see these would be the 5 cards that he would have been given at the start of the game. So he doesn't have a move action, obviously, but all of the units are just coming on the board. There's no scenario defender. Everyone's reconning, so moves are super important. He didn't get a move action, right? We now know this. We also know he's got a fire card. So we can do one of 2 things. We can do we can either do a command confusion, where we discard cards from his hand and draw back up, or we can actually spend some orders to do some things, because he does have an advance. So that is that would be the choice, is what we're going to do. And in this case, I think he is basically going to get rid of the 3 cards. Again, because he's the Russians, they can only get rid of 3 cards in their hand. So he's going to get rid of the 3 cards. Now, because he's getting rid of these 3 cards and he's keeping these 2 cards, right? We know what these 2 cards are, right? But it's not fair for us to cycle these through either. Because obviously, when you cycle cards through, you can get much better hand the next time. If we just randomly give him 5 new cards, it's not fair to the AI that he doesn't get to keep the 2 good cards that he would have kept, which we would have done. We would have kept 2 good cards as well. So when next time we see his hand, right, we're only going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. The next time we're going to see his hand. There we go. Now, a lot of people might say, "Oh, well, wait a minute. That kind of defeats the purpose, Jester, because you now know what he's got in his hand." Well, technically, I do and I don't, because I don't even remember which 2 I kept. But let's be honest. If I'm sitting here face to face playing Combat Commander with you, and you discard 3 cards and you keep 2 cards, I can 99% say with certainty you kept a fire or a move card. And in this case, because I know you didn't move, because you would have moved if you could have moved, I know for sure you would have kept a fire card. I know this. I know this because that's exactly what I would have done, and I know this information. So even though, yes, we're technically breaking the rules because we know what he kept in his hand, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to punish him and get rid of all 5 cards and give him 5 new cards. Right? Because if you go through the process of Command Confusion to discard cards, then you should have a much better hand for next time. Not just a random hand. You should have a much better hand. So, all right. And also, right, if we decide to give him 5 new cards, that takes away the Command Confusion part of the game, because in the Command Confusion part of the game, right, each faction, race, has a certain number of cards they can get rid of. The Germans can get rid of up to 6 cards. The Russians can only get rid of up to 3 cards, which means the Russians are going to have to keep 2 cards in their hand, and they're only going to draw a maximum of 3 cards. If I was to give him 5 new cards, it'd be like he's playing the Germans, because the Germans can get 5 brand new cards. So by doing that, it also breaks the faction variability if we do that. Does that make sense? Let's hope so. All right, so back to the game. Where are we? Back to the game. So it's over to us. Let's see what we... So this is actually the first time we ever saw our hand. We got an advanced Command Confusion, a round Command Confusion, and a fire. We got just as bad a hand as he got. Just as bad a hand as he got. Wow. And that's beautiful. Because that shows you that not every hand is the greatest things. So we can do the same thing that he did, but again, we're going to keep a card. Are we going to keep a card? Yeah, we'll keep 1 card, and we will discard. He discarded. So those other 3 cards actually should go in his discard pile, because that is an official discard. Right. So we're going to keep 1 card. We're going to draw 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, normally you would look at these, but no, there's no need to look at these yet, because you will make bad decisions because you know what's in your hand. Don't look at it. All right. Let's see what he got this time. He got an advance, a fire, a rout, a fire, and an advance. So, all right, this time he is going to play an advance card. And we're going to advance these guys. Boom, boom, boom. Everyone advances. Then they can play up to 3 orders. He is going to play another advance. Activate these guys over here. Advance, 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 advance. Sure. And for his 3rd order, he obviously can't fire. He's not within range. He could try to play a route card, I think. Let's see. I think he could probably do that. Yeah, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with this bot. It's just a lot of work for a lot of extra stuff that I don't think needs to be done. That's just my opinion. Let's look at, what am I looking up? I can't remember. What am I looking up? I forget. Routes. The active player announces an order, makes a roll for each unit belonging to the chosen player that was broken at the time. If the chosen player is more than one broken... Okay, it has to be for just broken units, so that's what I thought. So he can't play another route. So he's going to play his 2 advanced cards. And again, we're only going to draw back up to his hand size. And yeah, we technically know what he's got, but let's see what we got now. Fire. Hey, we got to move. We got a couple moves. Good Lord. We are sitting pretty now. Play a move action. We're going to activate this leader and these guys right here. Before we actually do any of this, I got all excited. We completely forgot. We should probably draw for chits. For objectives. Right. I forgot all about that. So, I'm going to draw one for myself, or one that's open for myself, right? This is for myself. It's secret, but everything becomes revealed because you're going to know, you need to know. But this is for us. All right, so number 5 is worth 1 victory point for us. Which happens to be this spot right here. We'll draw one for the AI. And the AI has 5 is 2 victory points for him. Okay. And then we'll draw an open chit for both of us. And that is going to be... number 5 is worth 10 victory points. So, looks like number 5 is worth... the big jamma mamma. All right. So, we're playing a move order. We activated this guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So... we can actually go 1, 2 to go in there and capture that objective. 3. Can these guys see is the question, right? So that is the question, but here's the thing. They only have a range of 4, and they have this wall here. So unless the firer or the target is adjacent to the wall, this blocks line of sight. So these guys, even if they could shoot me, can't see me because of the wall. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, and look at us. We've taken the objective. Lovely. This guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, they each get an extra movement point because they traveled along the road. They get an extra movement point. This guy normally had 4. Because of this, it's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he takes this objective as well. So we've taken all 3. No, I'll get one in a little bit. Thanks. So that was a great move for us. Awesome. Lovely. When we move into this hex, he could technically see us. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Because this line of sight's going to come through there, which then I would have to be in this hex, which I'm not. This one is going to come through. You have to be at least in this line to get going down the spine. I don't know how they work it at that shooting straight down the spine. Alright, anyways, we're moving on. I'm going to play a second move. I'm going to activate these yahoos over here. 4, 5. This guy will be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy is 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. That was another move action, and I will draw back up to my 5, and I'll be done. All right. AI. What is it going to do? It still needs a freaking move card. Fire, fire, round, command, confusion, fire. So once again, it is going to discard 3 cards and draw 3 cards. The Russians, which, you know, have been kind of... I've been and played this scenario where you don't get a move card in the beginning of the game and you can be screwed. Have a good night, Lower Slower. Take care, man. So his turn is over and it's back to our turn. Wow. Yeah, I think the Russians are going to be in big trouble because we got another move action. Activating these guys. We are going to move these guys. Actually, right now would be a great time for an assault, which we don't have. So I'm going to have to move. So we're going to activate these guys. It's going to be 2 to move in there, plus 1 for the building. So it's 3 to move in there. Now they can see us. They do have a heavy machine gun there. And... so, do they opportunity fire? We don't know. Let's see. Are they going to opportunity fire? Fire! So here's the other thing I would recommend. Like, hold your cards like this. So like if the first card you see is a fire card, you don't need to see the rest of them. Right? So you can just flip the other cards and go, okay, I play a fire card. I don't know what these 4 cards are now. Just because of the way I did it. Right? So he's going to play a fire. He's going to fire. Fire, fire, fire. All right. So, here we go. The machine gun's got plenty of range. The unit has plenty of range because he gets a +2 because the leader. So it's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I can go 10, 11 if I throw... no, this guy's only got a 3 range. 1, 2, 3 is not far enough. But this gun... do I want to keep him separate? That's a good question. Yeah, I think I would just... I'm going to activate everyone except for this guy. There's 1, 2... Yeah. Sure, we might as well activate everyone. Let's just activate them all. Sure. So 6 for the machine gun, 1 for the squad. That's 7. 2 for the leaders. 9. 10, 3 spaces. So that's 9. And then we're going to shoot differently with those guys. So a 9 attack. And then with a die roll. And the die roll is a 10. That's a 19. Uh-oh. So we're going to take our little action attack. Put it on the 19 spot just as a reminder. Which you guys probably can't see because the microphone's in the way. Let's see if I can move that out of the way a little bit. Is that better or not? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we get here. So the squad is a 7, plus 3 for the building is 10. They get 1 for the fence. That's an 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I think the orchard also. Do they get the orchard as well as the fence? 1 cover for the orchard. The fence, let me just check the fence here. Oh, there's no cover for the fence. Fences are 0. Fences don't give you jack. The only thing they prevent is you can't shoot unless somebody's adjacent to it. So line of sight is clear if the fence, hedge, or wall is one of the 6 hex sides. So nothing for the hedge, but it does get 1 for the orchard. 1 cover there. So I believe they're shooting through the orchard hex. So again, 7 plus 3 for the building. 10 plus 1 is 11. Come on, baby. 11. Plus and 8 is a 19. Oh, wow. He is suppressed. Holy cow. All right, leaders is 6. Plus 3 is 9. Plus 1 for the orchard is a 10. 10 for the leader. Plus 10 is 20. He makes it. Believe me, sniper. 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 Going into a random hex. I believe I draw. Yeah, I draw that from mine, right? I9. I9 is here. Closest unit would be this one. I believe on a sniper, is it a must break or is it a may break? I believe, let's look at the sniper real quick. Sniper. 1913. 19. The player may then select 1 unit interadjacent. Oh, that's right. It's not closest. It's just interadjacent. So it was. We put this little thing here. I9. I9 is here, so it'd be interadjacent, and it's a may. You don't have to. So there's no units interadjacent, so the sniper basically just goes away. No big deal, but our leader makes the 20 attack, and that attack is done. This guy can move. Oh wait, no, I'm not done with this attack. This guy gets to attack. 6 for the machine gun on this guy. 6 plus a die roll of uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Uh-oh. Jam. I gotta remember how to do the jam now. I hope you weren't rooting for the Russians. They're in big trouble. Jam. 1912. When a player makes a fire attack roll, and the roll is surrounded by a red box with a jammed in it, all firing weapons become broken. Okie dokie smoky. So that machine gun becomes broken. And I'm assuming the attack still goes through. Or no, maybe the attack doesn't go through. You don't add 2 because it's broken. There is no, yeah, okay, so it's just nothing happens. Because it was the only thing that was shooting. Because this guy doesn't have the range. The only thing he was doing was pulling the trigger on the gun. So, that is done. Okay. Now, this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. The only one. Technically, I think they can shoot through. No, because it's going down along the spine again. But it is, that would be adjacent to him. But this is the entry point. It's not adjacent. I'm thinking that you probably can't do down the spine. So you'd have to be, this guy could shoot. 1, 2, 3, nah. All right, nope. They're choosing not to do anything. Great. So that was our move action. I wish the Russians had come out a little bit so I could do some more stuff to them, but I can't. And I'm going to choose to just, I have 4 cards. I'm just going to choose to draw a card and end my turn. All right. The Russians don't get to fill up their cards because they spent cards. They only have 4. They only draw at the end of your turn. And let's see if he can do anything yet. I can! He's going to play a move! A move card. All right. Playing a move. Technically, because we own this objective and we know that that is technically worth 10, 11, 12, 13 victory points, the Germans are actually winning 13-0. So I think you score those immediately. So, moving. Does he want to move those guys or those guys? Well, he's going to activate the leader and all the units adjacent to him. This guy got left behind somehow. Too bad for him, I guess. Okay. So this guy is going to go 1. And technically we can't see him because, again, this is right down the spine of that thing. So that's 1. He can go 2, 3 to go in there, though. And when he does that, I'm going to look at the top card of my deck, and I'm going to see that it's got a fire. I'm going to say, fire! Fire! Right? Yep. Okay, so he's got a range of 5. Yeah, plenty of range. Oh, he gets a +2 range because of the leader. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 firepower. Let me see if there's any cards that I want to use for it. No, I'm choosing not to. Alright, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 firepower, shooting at these guys. 8 plus a die roll of 10 is 18. 18. I'm on the wrong track here. Here it is. 18. That's pretty brutal. Whew, this could be over before you know it. All right. Unit is an 8. Plus 1 for the leader is 9. What do you get for the little woods is 2. So it's 8, 9, 10. He's an 11. And 11 and 5 is 16. He gets broken. The leader is a 7, 8, 9. Plus a 3. Jam doesn't come into play because it's only on a weapon attack. He's not doing a weapon attack. So, but he's going to fail and he's broken. And that worked out really well for the Russians, didn't it? Well, my God, this is a one-sided affair right now. I think you can go, 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know. He's going to plan on moving up. 3, which I will shoot at him. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Plus a 9. Are you kidding me? 17. We're brutalizing him. He's an 8. He's a -1 for being on the road. He's actually only a 7. Oh, he's broken too. Boy, this is getting horrible. This is getting really horrible. This guy's going to go 1, 2. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3. That guy didn't get to move. I can't shoot this guy because I would cross again. So, boo. Dwayne, what's going on, buddy? That was one move action. And he probably, he could have actually seen, he could have used actually concealment. He probably would have actually made concealment. I forgot to look for that. That's my fault for not. Let's see. He is then going to play a fire card for his second action. He's going to activate this leader and all of these guys. All of these guys are going to shoot over here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 attack. 10 attack. 10 plus a 7, 17. But we have an event before we go anywhere else. Let's take care of the event. The event says you may remove one mine or wire marker. Okay, nothing. We have no mine or wire markers. So that is his attack. The German player is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's a 10. 6 because he's -1 for being suppressed. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just see if there's anything I can play. Ambush, ambush, sustain fire, and light wounds. So, we'll see. Alright, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. plus a die roll. It fails. It fails miserably. He's going to go ahead and play White Wounds. So when a squad is about to break, replace it with a matching team instead and lose a victory point. So he's going to lose a victory point. And now we need to find our teams. All right, and this is he's a line team. Line elite. Line, there we go. So he gets to replace this guy with these two. All right. Good to see you, Dwayne. Good to see you, my friend. All right, so we replace them with two teams, and then one of these guys gets broken. All right, so not the end of the world. So that was our unit. Now we have to do our leader, which is a 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus a 7 is 16, so he's going to fail. But we have to event first. The event is eliminate one broken unit. Wow. Eliminate a broken unit. So he is going to eliminate the leader over there, Corporal Kurtznoff. Eliminated. Wow. And he is worth 1 victory point, so I'll get that victory point right back. Eliminated the leader. Ooh, that is brutal. Brutal. And now his leader is broken, which, good thing that happened the way it did. So that was a pretty good attack by the Russians there. And that was their second order. Do they have... nope, they're done. So they got 2 cards left. So what I'm going to do is, because he's not keeping these 2 cards, I'm cycling them. I'm putting them underneath, and we're going to just draw 5 new cards. So they're not going out of the deck, because he didn't use them, but we don't need to know what they are. So he's just going to get 5 new ones. All right, our turn. We only get 3 cards at our turn. Whew. I am basically just ditching all my cards, and I'm just going to draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, no need to look at them. Just leave them there. Leave them face down. Don't look at them. You don't need to know what they are until you need to know. So it's now the Russian player's turn. So he would like to rally some of his guys because half of them are broken. He would like an advance where he can advance up. Or route to try and force these guys to route. So let's see what he drew here. Oh, he did get an advance. Command confusion, a move, a command confusion. He got 3 command confusions, a move, and an advance. Guess what he's going to be doing? Advancing. I think he's going to advance this guy into the woods. He's got to try and keep some of his guys alive. You know what? He does have a move action, too, so hang on. I mean, the... Actually, I'm going to use the advance over here. These guys are going to advance there. This guy is going to advance there. And this guy is going to advance there. Now, he did play this card, so it will go in the discard pile. His second card is going to be this one here, which is a move. And now he's going to play the move card. Just not a great situation. Not a great situation at all. So he's going to play this, a move. He's going to activate this. Activate this guy in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think we'll be done with him. Oh, the Russians captured that objective. We've got this one over here. We've got this one, this one, this one, and this one. The Russians have got that one. And I think we're up to caught up. Okay, so now, again, the rest of his cards, discarding them. Doesn't matter what they are. We're drawing 5 new ones. Brand spanking new. Never seen before. But again, these are cards that are just going on the bottom of his deck. We're not cycling through his deck any faster. We're just cycling through the deck so we can see more cards. We're not just getting rid of the cards. All right, back to our turn. Now I can look at my hand. Move, route, move, fire, recover. Let's recover. He's a 7. This goes away. He's a 7. I think he gets the... does he get the bonus for the building? Recover. 022. 022. This is like bingo or something. 022. Recover. Remove all suppressed markers. A rally roll. If it's less than the morale, rally, equal to morale, it becomes suppressed. Greater than morale, no effect. Does not mention anything about bonuses, so I'm assuming no bonus. So leader is just a flat up 7. Let's see what he can do with the 7. He got an 8, so he failed, so nothing happens. This unit is a 6. He doesn't get any leader bonus because the leader didn't pass, so he's a 6. He's an 11. He fails. Both of them fail. I think these are our only 2 guys that are hurt. It is. We're done with that order. We're going to try and rout the enemy. So he's got a couple broken units. Just this one, huh? Okay. So it is a 6. -1 for being on the road is a 5. It rolls a 3. Wow. Okay, so it doesn't route. That is our order. We can just draw 2 replacement cards again. Don't look at them. You don't need to know what they are. You might change your mind on what you're doing if you know what's in your hand. I don't know what either one of these guys are. If you're playing fast, which you should be playing fast anyways, and you're just doing what you should be doing, you're not going to remember what everyone has. I have no idea what cards he has. I don't know if we'd even looked at them, to be honest. So it's... I'll do a request, a fire, advance, and a fire. It's got a lot of firing going on. Might as well take advantage of that while you can. He's also going to play some sustained fire. Because he's going to be firing this machine gun, so it's a +2. So it's 6 +2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, because this guy can now jump in. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 attack. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Or does he want to separate his attack? I don't think he does. I think he's going to try and kill these guys while they're broken. That seems like what I would do. So I play these cards so they do get discarded. He's going to go with a 13 plus a die roll. Let's hope it's not a crappy die roll. +10 and a sniper. Wow, that is 23. It doesn't even go up to 23, does it? Jesus, 23 attack. All right, so we got to stop everything. We do the sniper. The Russian player draws a card. It is A2. And that's way up here, and there's nobody in or adjacent, and it's May anyways. He probably wouldn't want to kill his own units. So, sniper is done, but wow, that was a good maneuver. Now it's up to the Germans. I think the Germans are screwed. I think they're going to lose the right flank. And what I thought was going to be a cakewalk for the Germans is now going to turn into a battle. So, we'll see what they do first. So, we'll do... technically, I don't think it matters which we do. We're going to do... Let's see if we have any... We're going to place some concealment. So, that will reduce... the defensive roll by the cover, so that is a 3, so it's going to go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be down to 19. So it's a 19 attack because of our concealment. Oh, this guy is broken. So we will choose the line unit is a 6. +3 for the building. 9 plus they're shooting through an orchard. 10 plus a die roll. He needs a 9 to stay in it. He gets a... Oh, we got an event. He will die after the event. The event is... suppress 1 unit in a hex with less than 1 cover. Suppress a unit in a hex with less than 1 cover. Well, that's going to be this guy, so he won't be able to use his machine gun anymore. As you can see, you cannot shoot a weapon when you're suppressed. So we will make that guy suppressed. But this attack happens, so all this attack will continue, but hopefully we can circumvent it. Oh, by the way, when we did our A2 random sniper, that determines what happens to this gun. And he fixes on a 1 to 4. So this is now actually fixed. Ooh. Alright, but our guy is gonna die. Was that the line guy? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think that was the line guy. So the line guy is gone. That's the casualties. We will go with the other line team, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus 6. He's going to die. No, he's going to be broken. Unless our sniper can do something about that. K9. K9, which is right there. Nothing in or adjacent to that, so nothing there. He is going to break. And then our leader is a 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 for the orchard is 11. 11 and 8 is 19. Oh, he suppresses. The leader sticks around. Wow. That is huge. All right. That was his first order. He'll be done. And again, these cards, just got the bottom. Draw 5 new ones. Don't have any idea what they are. Over to our turn. Oof. Oof. Alright. Time for some fire. Time for some fire. And we're going to shoot these guys at this guy. That is 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. Against this guy right here. 8. Plus 8 is 16. 8 and 8 is 16. He's only a 5. He's in trouble. And 5 is going down. And so that would have lost him a victory point when his team got killed. But then he gets 2 victory points for killing the squad. And fire to do. Let's see what we have here. I'm gonna play a move action. I'm gonna try and move this guy into this space. And when I do that, he might shoot at me. Does he have a shot? He does. Fire! Now I need to see if there's any... Okay, he's firing. Activating everybody. Obviously, this guy can't use the gun. But he can still shoot his 5 firepower. Minus... Oh, come on. Minus 1. He's a 4 firepower. Plus 2 for the leader. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's a 9. And he's not going to add any cards onto the top of that. Nope, I don't think so. All right. So 9 attack. Plus 7. 16. And we have an event. The event is... Hero! If no running play, place the Russian hero in a friendly X. Rally up to 1 broken unit there. Wow. Who said this game was over in favor of the Germans? Wow. The Russians are making a hell of a comeback. For the motherland. I hear you guys singing it all the way over here. For the motherland. I hear you singing it. I forget the guy's name. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for a guy that says hero. Hero! You are a hero in everyone's. Is it going to really be the guy on the very bottom? Literally the last guy I dragged down to there. Literally, look at it. The last one. It was the guy in the... Alright, who do we got here? Greco. Motherland hero. Alright, and he gets to rally a guy. So he's going to rally this guy. Lovely. If you're rooting for the Ruskies, that should make you very happy. All right. So, what did we do? What were we doing? Right, we were playing an attack. Right? We were firing. Who is firing at who? Oh, this guy moved in here. They opportunity fired. Right. And so the attack total was a 16, and then we decided, oh, we got to stop because of the event. Got it. I remember. All right. So the attack is a 16. We need to see how we do with that. So we're going to take our good rifle squad. 7, 8, 9, 10 for the building. -1. Oop, we should actually take the -1 off the attack to make it so it's actually only a 15. So 7 plus 3 for the building is just a 10. 10, 19. He's fine. I think he's got a roll for everyone though. Or is it just opportunity fire? Is it just the person that moves? A33. Let's see what A33. Here it is. It does say fire attack against the hex. So it's not against the units, against the hex. So everyone in there is going to have to make a check. He is a 6. Plus 3 for a building is a 9. 10, 11, 12. He is dead. And the Germans are going to lose another victory point. And finally the leader is a 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He is suppressed, but he's already suppressed. But we do have a sniper event in B1. And good thing that guy moved up, because he would have been dead if not. So that was kind of costly, moving that guy up there. But I didn't want the Germans or the Russians coming in too quick. So that was our move order. We will draw back up. Again, no sense in looking at these cards. We're just going to keep them face down until we need to know. We don't need to know yet. We have no idea what the Russians are up to yet. So they would like to unsuppress this guy and then just rip into this building with all their machine guns. Let's see, route. That's an option. We got a guy we could try to route. Move, a fire, and a recover. So this worked out really well because they're going to try and recover, which just removes the suppression marker off of that guy, which now means he can use his machine gun. And his second order. Is everyone else recovered? Really? Wow. Holy crap. All right. Russians are doing much better than they did like 20 minutes ago. All right. Second order. Fire. Fire. Activating, obviously, everyone there. And we're going to split it up into two groups of fire. This guy and then this guy is going to be separate. Yeah, that makes sense. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, -1 for shooting through the orchard is 9. 6, 7. Yeah, we don't have anything to. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. -1 for the orchard is 9. So firepower of 9 plus a die roll 5 is only 14. That's kind of wimpy. All right. You never know, though. 7, 8, 9, 10 for the building. 15. He makes it. The leader is a 6 plus 3 for the building is a 9. He makes it. Second attack is 6 plus 1 is 7. What's the die roll? 7 and 6 is only 13. Even worse. Ugh. So full squad is a 10, 15, and the leader is a 9. Oh, he's only a 12. He died. Oh no! See? He's a 6, plus 3 for the building, 9, 10, 11, 12. He was only a 13. He is dead. Oh no! That is a leader. He's going to lose another victory point. That's, I guess, oof. Right. Oh, wait a minute. I put their Russian card in my German stack here. You know what I should have checked for? Yeah, I don't have any way to prevent that from happening anyways. I don't have any concealment, which I wouldn't have used anyways because he only rolled a 13. Oh, you know what he can do? Hang on, time out. He can spend this and re-roll. So he is going to do that. Give me back my guy. Give me back my guy and my victory points. He is broken and suppressed. I'm going to re-roll it. I'm going to give him the initiative. I'm going to re-roll it. No! So now I lost the initiative and he still died. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. So he is dead. I lost the initiative card. I lost my victory point. Good thing that this location is worth all those victory points. Otherwise, the Germans might end up losing this. Holy crap. The Germans were off to such a great start. I mean, great start. For the third action, he's going to play a move card. And then this other card, again, is just going to go on the bottom of the deck. Because he can only do 3 actions. But he's going to do a move. He's going to activate the hero on this guy. And they're going to move 1, 2. Now, do I want to fire? Let's see. Again, hold your cards like this, so if I see a fire card, I can go, oh yeah, that. So I don't need to look at the rest of them. I'm just going to, I'm going to fire. I'm going to opportunity fire. All right, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, all right. This guy is an 8. Plus 2 for the woods is 10. He's fine. Hero is an 11. He's fine. Both of them are fine. So that was 2. The question is, do they want to go again? Yep, they're going to go again. So again, still 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 this time. All right, let's see. The squad is a 10, 15. The leader is an 11, 17 plus an event. The event is eliminate 1 broken unit adjacent to an enemy. We do not have a broken adjacent to an enemy. So, but they are fine with that attack, and they are done. And now we can draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. German player who doesn't have much left. Wow. And I've got, this is what I drew. Route, artillery request. So, ditching cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new ones. Don't need to look at them. Done. So, I wanted to see, sometimes you think about things and you get them in your head and you try them and they're completely different. And then sometimes you try them and you say, yeah, it's just exactly what I thought. Like, as I talked about in the beginning. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with all these extra charts and managing and trying to, different counters and rolling and trying to figure out and using 3 different action decks to use this. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it was a lot of work, and it didn't, for me, didn't really seem like it solved one of the 2 problems. Again, the 2 problems whenever you play a tactical level solo game is you have to know what your opponent's going to do. Is he going to move? Is he going to shoot? Is he going to try to route? Is he going to rally? Where is he going to move? Where is he going to shoot? Very, very few AI systems at all ever take care of that part. It makes you think about what you're going to do for your opponent, which means 9 times out of 10, you're going to be playing both sides anyways. So the main problem that people have with Combat Commander, in my view, is the fact that we have this knowledge of what's in our deck and we have the knowledge of what's in their deck. And I was at work and I was thinking about, what's the best way to prevent knowledge? Obviously is to not look at the cards, but how can you play a card game without looking at the cards? Well, there's a lot of times that I've got a new hand of cards, right? And I don't know what my cards are. I can make a good decision for what the Russians are going to do because I don't know what's in my hand. I have no idea what's in my hand. I just turned all my cards in. I got no idea if it's a good hand. I could have 5 fire cards. I could have 5 move cards. I could have 5 command confusion cards. I don't know, so I'm not going to change what I'm going to do for the Russians now based on knowledge, because I don't know this knowledge. And that's the cool part with this. Just sure, all these fancy charts and different things to let you know what they're going to do, but I don't think we've run into a situation in the last hour where we've been playing this where I looked at the 5 cards he had and had a tough decision about what he should do. Like, should he move? Should he fire? Should he route? Should he rally? I mean, it's pretty... You don't need to route 9 times out of 10 unless you got... Our opponents are in trouble and they got units out there and you want to get them away. Okay? Recovering, you only need to recover is when you got broken units, which, you know, you don't have broken units all the time. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Obviously, when you got move cards, you want to move, and when you got fire cards, you want to fire. And when you're moving, you're going to try to set yourself up for a better... I'm basically playing this two-handed, right? Two-handed solo. But I'm playing it without the knowledge of the cards just because I haven't looked at the cards. I don't know what the Russian has. I don't know what the Germans have. So I can make better decisions by not looking at the cards. And that's all I'm like, I don't want to spend time trying to work with charts and decks of cards. And it already takes up enough space and time and trying to manage all this. I don't want to have to do anything else. I just want to play the game and enjoy it and just make it easy so I can play it without the knowledge part that's going to be the problem that most people have with Combat Commander. Now you guys tell me if you think I'm right or if you think I'm wrong. You just let me know what you think. So, we're going to the Russian turn. Again, 5 new cards. I have no idea what he's going to do. I'm already looking at the situation, right? So I would like to do 2 things. I want to fire and try and break this guy and get these guys or move these guys up here. He's only got 1 unit over here right now. So as the Russian player, I'm like, I got 2 heavy machine guns. If I can get this last unit broken, we can move some guys up here. We can have a heyday with him. And these guys over here are kind of trapped. They're going to have to make a rush at these guys that are in this building. And the only way to get to them is to move up, maybe with some advanced cards. So let's see what he drew. You got to move, artillery request, a route, and a route. So if I was playing this as Joe Blow, right? I can't play a route because there's nobody broken on the board. So that's out. I can't play an artillery request. And the other 3 cards, he can do 3 actions. I could play any of these cards in any order I wanted. This guy's only got 5 firepower. All right. So obviously we're going to try and move. The question is, who are we going to try to move and where? I think what we're going to try to do is we're going to activate... I think we're going to activate just this guy. All right, I'm going to move, and I'm going to activate these guys again. Actually, I'm going to move just the hero. And I'm going to go 1, 2. And so the German player... all right, I'm going to fire. Okay. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 again. Ooh, plus 11. This could be trouble. That's 19. An 11. 9 plus 2 for the forest. Plus a 12 plus a timer, so he is fine. So, we are going to get a time event. And we're going to shuffle his deck back up. I got to remember how to do all this nonsense. The time marker is going to move up to 3. We should probably shuffle all of his cards together. People can play digging cards, which he actually has a digging card that he can play to put foxholes in. And he's going to put them in this right there with that. Wow, that is, oh my God. This is why Comic Commander is one of my all-time favorite games of all time. And why I'm forcing myself to find a way to freaking play this game, because it's a great game. All right. We'll look at the Germans here in a second. Again, I don't want to see their cards until I have to. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, oops. Somehow I have one card on top. All right. Here we go. He still has his cards. I will look for a dig-in for the Germans in a minute. It's not going to matter. I'm still in the middle of this guy moving. He spent 2 to go there. He's going to spend another 2 to go there. He's still in the forest. That's a 5, 6, 7, 8. And a 9 is 17. Good Lord. This guy's an 11. Plus 9 is 20. He's okay. Then he's going to go here. He's only going to spend 1 because he's going down the trail. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6. How much does it cost to go in Orchard? Orchard. Movement cost is 1. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boy, we know what he's going to do. He's going to try and move his hero right up adjacent and then go and assault with him. So I would have to get another... I'm going to play another fire order to activate this guy. And so when that guy goes in there, I'm going to shoot him. He's a 5. -1 for the orchard is a 4. Plus 8 is 12. And a sniper event, F5. Here, this is a German... Oh, damn it. German sniper event. And it's F5, which is right there, which means anywhere in that X or adjacent, he's going to choose to break that guy right there. So our first sniper that hits. Wow. Nice. All right, so I have a 12 attack. I'm a 9, 20. I'm going to move here. He's going to attack again. 5, no minus this time because he doesn't have to shoot through that. So 6 and 5 is 11. This guy's a 9. He's 20. And that is the move order. Plus, we ran the Germans out of cards mostly for their turn. So that was our move order. Second move order. Second move order. I'm going to activate this guy here to move up. Do you want to spend another move at fire? I am choosing not to at this time. All right, I will then again just bury my extra cards. Doesn't matter what they are. And we're going to get 5, 2, 3, 4. Somehow some of these cards got flipped over. All right. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can discard this card. Again, I don't need to see his cards. And I haven't seen my cards. Other than it's my turn. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. I think I am just going to turn in all my cards and draw, and I'm almost out of cards. We've got another... Oh, I was supposed to look to see if I had a dig-in, and I don't have a dig-in, so I didn't want to look. I mean, there's like certain things you don't need to look for during... You just, whether or not when the Germans were, or when the Russian was moving that unit, it didn't matter if I had a dig-in or not. So I didn't need to go through my deck at that time. So I'm just going to draw 5 new cards and not look at them. I only have 8 cards remaining for my time cycle. All right, Russian. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I haven't seen his cards. I'm looking for an advance to move that guy in there. Look at what I got. Bam, advance. Now, before I advance, let's see if I can shoot him. Can I shoot him? I can shoot him. I'm going to advance. So that's a good question. Can a hero get activated by a leader? So what I would like to do is advance. Let's see. Let me look at the advance rule. The advance rules. 016. Let's look under hero and see heroes. E58-1. E58. Heroes are leaders with every respect except for 2 rules. Maybe I want to wait on that then. I am thinking... Are you going to play a move action? Oof. This is going to get crazy, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my leader and these... we got one guy to fire. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just... Who cares? Going. We're going for it. Boom. Advance. Let's go. Let's go! Advance 016. Now, what's the rule on how to figure out who wins and loses? Boom. Oh, he doesn't have boxed firepower, so that's okay. All right. I think... you know what? I'm going to activate my leader and not the hero. I'm going to activate the leader and everybody else. So these guys are going to advance into that hex. These guys are going to advance here. And these guys are going to advance here. And the leader is going to advance... yeah, we'll go with this guy. Why not? Okay, so there's our advance. So, do you have any of those cards that cause bad things to happen? Oh, wow. We do. Ambush. So we get to break him before we do our dice rolls. Which kind of sucks. Alright, so I got 2 firepower, 2 plus, I got 6. I got 6. That's not great. I got 6. But I have a sniper possibility. The sniper possibility, L8. Right there. Nobody in there or adjacent. Damn. The German is got a 5. Plus 5 is 10. So I would break, which is going to be a bummer. So didn't quite work out the way I was hoping, but all right, the last thing I'm going to do is try to recover my unit. He's a 6, 9. He didn't make it. So my third order is going to be a rout. I'm going to play a rout on myself. Oops. Just one card. The other 2 again. We're just going to put on the bottom. I'm a 6. I didn't rout, so I just get 5 new cards. And I'm done. All right. I think what we're going to do I don't need the victory points, so we're going to try to fire. It's going to be this guy, and we're going to fire at this hex. Nope. I got nothing else. So it's simply a 5 plus 6 is 11. All right. This unit's an 8. Minus 1 for the road is 7. Plus 2 for the leader is 9. Are you kidding me? Wow. So he is suppressed. Unless I give up the initiative card. Is it worth him not being suppressed to give up the initiative card? Because he can't fire his machine gun. I would actually look to see if I'm going to be able to recover. So I'm going to keep that. That's fine. All right. The leader is 8 minus 1. He's a 7 plus 7, 14. But he got an event. Each player places 1 card at random from his hand into his discard pile. I get onto a request. And he gets rid of a fire. That didn't seem like a good trade. All right. So that was his attack. I want to try and rout this guy. He's a 6. Nope. And I'm going to draw back up, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 cards. I don't need to see them. All right. Russians. Going to recover, so you can get rid of the suppression marker. You can try to recover this guy's a 6. 7 with an event. Commissar, make a roll for one broken Russian unit. If greater than its current morale, eliminate it. If not, rally it. Oh boy. Okay. So this guy, oh boy. Make a roll. He's a 6. I need a 6 or less. 8. He's eliminated. Wow. And that's going to give 2 points back to the Germans. That was brutal. That event did not work well. Here I was trying to rally my guy, and the Commissar come along and killed him. Boom, boom, boom. All right. He is just going to place these cards on the bottom and draw 5 new cards and be done. Right. We're going to fire again. This guy's firing at those guys. 5 plus 7, 12. We have an event though. We also have a time marker because I am out of cards. So I think the time marker happens first. So this is going to go up to 4. Play dig-in cards. Which, look at that. I got a dig-in card. Who would have thunk? Alright. So I can place foxholes. Again, I don't need to... Well, that's not true. I need to see... Put them there, that's fine. I don't know if you can actually put the fox dig in. Let me look at dig in and see if you can put those in building hexes or not. Dig, D-I-G. Time advance 612 612 A32 for the dig-in. A32. Action. So, a foxhole marker into a hex containing a friendly unit. The hex cannot be water trained and cannot already have a blaze or another fortification. That's up. So yeah, you can place it in with a building. All right. So there you go. So if you were wondering, now you know. Hey, Vaseline with Stu, how you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. How is everyone? RJL Network, Doug Hunt. What is going on? Dwayne March, YouTube Network, Lower, Slower Board Gamer, Mike Berticelli. Great friends of the channel. Thanks everyone for coming out to check out our solo playthrough. Love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions about the simplicity of just not looking at cards. It's so... I mean, again, sure, you can do fancy things and You can print out charts, and you can have charts and diagrams and all kinds of things to use, but it just seemed to me like way too much effort and didn't really fix the problem. So, what were we fucking doing? We had an event. That's what we had. On the die roll attack, 12. And let's just make sure this is nice and shuffled. Cut. Here we go. Event. Reinforcements. Roll on the German support table. Select one unit or radio and then place it along your map edge. Wow. Wow. That's just crazy sauce. And you can't even use the initiative card because it's not a die roll. So, we are in 1941. We will roll a die. We got a 9. We can get Lieutenant Herzig or Lieutenant Bolter. That is it. That is literally the only thing we can get. Lieutenant Herzig or Lieutenant Bolter are the only 1941 on column 9. Alright, well, I guess we're getting a new leader. Hey Matthew, has anyone tried the Stuka Joe solo CDG method for this game? Seems like it could work. I have not. I don't know if anyone else has. We need to find a leader, right? And it's a 91116 right here. It's a 91116. It doesn't matter the name. The names are irrelevant, I believe. Other than the back might be a different morale. So I should probably... Here's Lieutenant Bolter right there. Alright, we found Lieutenant Bolter. That's who we're going to get. Because that was the first guy I drew out. Alright, and he goes, where is he? Here he is. He goes along our edge. We could try to start him here. Maybe come up here to help this poor rifle squad up there. Or we can bring him over here, bring him up to this guy. I think I might just do that. You know what? Let's risk it. We're going to try and get them up there. These guys are doing fine over here. They're barely under attack. So, that was his attack on this space again, way back when we started that. It was a 12. So these guys is an 8. Plus 2 for the leader is 10. He's fine. And we have a sniper going in A8. So nothing there. The leader is an 8. Oh, I'm sorry. It was actually -1 because he's on the road. So the leader is 7. And 6 is 13, so he's okay. So both of them survived their attack. I will be done. So again, I don't get to discard my cards, but I draw 2 new ones. We don't know what they are. Maybe good, maybe bad. We shall see. Let's see. What are we going to do for the Ruskies? Wow. Not the greatest draw. Not what you wanted to see if you were a Russian player, that's for sure. Whew. He is going to choose to hold 2 cards and discard 3 for Command Confusion, draw 3 new cards, and end his turn. Okay. Back to our turn. Ooh, boy. We are going to fire again. Same thing, here to there. 5 and 8. It's 13 this time, a little better. So squad is 8, 7 is a 9. He's fine. Hero is a 7. He is broken. Wow. This one little squad is holding everyone off. Then he's going to play a rout on the Russians. He is an 8, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. Boy, he ran like nobody's business. Whew. I don't think there's... Nope. Okay. And I'm going to draw back up. Play a move on my leader. He's going to move 1. Do you want to shoot at him? He can't technically. Yes, he can because he's adjacent. You have to. It'd be a -1 because he'd have to shoot through this orchard. So it'd only be 4 firepower. Well, let's see. Does he want to? Does he want to? He is gonna fire. He is going to fire. Alright, so it's 5 -1 is 4 firepower. 4 and 9. 13. He's an 8. And he's already broken. And 9, he made it. And now he's going to move in there, and he's going to get the foxholes. So, again, attack. No -1 for the orchard this time, so it's a 5. Plus 7 is 12, plus an event. Place mines in a random X. B. 7. We're going to place mines. I think I have mines. I thought I had mines out. Are mines on the backs of the foxhole covers? No. Damn, I'm going to have to get mines out. I thought I had mines already out. All right. Mine's there. That was an attack, right? So the attack, he is a 9 plus 3 is a 12 plus 20. He's fine. So he moved right back up there. And the reason he can move 2 spaces because that plus the road gets him 2 spaces. Lovely. All right. He's going to fire. He's going to activate this guy, who's 6 plus 1 is 7. 7. 7 plus 10, 17. Uh-oh. This guy is 7 plus 3 for the building is 10. Plus 7 is 17. He is suppressed. That was a fire order. He's going to go ahead and fire with this guy. 1, 2, 3. So 5 plus 1 for the light machine gun is 6. 11, not the greatest attack. This squad is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's a 12. Plus a sniper. In I-9. Boy, they like that spot, don't they? So no sniper, but he's fine. The leader is a 9, 10, 11, 12. And we have a time event. The time event is going to go to 5. Diggins. I'm choosing not to play any of my Diggins. So, what does everyone think? I mean, as long as you don't see what's coming, you have no idea. It's pretty good, actually, and it doesn't. I mean, this is a very interesting game because you have different things going on. You have different actions and events. You have different numbers, you have the dice rolls, everything's on the cards. So you have to have the cards. You have to be able to see the cards, and you have to be able to go through the decks. And, you know, adding extra charts and everything just doesn't seem to me like a good way to do things. When you don't need to be looking at the cards until you need to see the cards. And you can make, I think, better, wiser decisions for both sides with not knowing. And I think, you know, we come across one time where I didn't look and there was a card I could have played, like concealment or something like that. But besides that, I mean, you don't need to look at the cards all the time. Alright, so that was a time event. He was shooting, right, he was resisting the attack, which he did. Right, he resisted the attack. So I will discard, or I will put these cards on the bottom of the deck and draw 5 new ones. Let's see what I got. Play a route, try and route that leader again. Nope. We're going to try to fire, shoot these guys to there. He's a 6. Plus 7 is 13. We have an event. Suppress one enemy unit in a hex with both range and line of sight to a friendly machine gun. The only one machine gun is here, and the only one that can see it is this guy, so it's going to have to be that guy. Alright, this guy is a simply 7. 7 and 8 is 15. They're okay. And I will draw up and be done. 5 cards. Again, I don't need to look at the cards I just drew. There's no sense in me looking. It's just going to make for bad decisions. Command confusion, route, fire, and command confusion. So, yeah. Not a lot of choices for us. We are going to fire, though. We're going to choose this guy here. He's a 6. Plus this guy's a 7. And we're going to throw some hand grenades on... hand grenades. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Some more hand grenades. It's an 11. We're doing an 11 attack on this guy. 11 and 5 is 16. This guy is a 6 plus 3 for the building is a 9. And 9 is 18. Boo! All that attack for nothing. He's going to play a route on himself, which he doesn't route. He's going to put the card at the bottom. 5 cards. Done. Back to our turn. I am going to dull these 2 and discard these 3. Done. What's going on, Thorough 4? Oh, you know what? I forgot we had this guy down here. We should try to move him up. That would be a great idea. I forgot all about him. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play in advance again. And why not? Let's just advance this guy in there. Let's see what happens. So I am choosing not to play anything. I am choosing not to play anything either. So the Russian is a 5. You don't get any machine gun or anything. It's just straight up 5 plus a 10. It's 15. The German is a 4 because he's suppressed. And he lost miserably. And I think he just... Let's see. Right. Oh, it just eliminated. In case of a tie, both sides are eliminated. Okay. So he gets eliminated. Bloop. Goodbye. Which is really bad because if he loses one more unit, he surrenders. I believe he has to reach the surrender number. Is that right? Or does he just have to fill up the line to the surrender number? Let's see. Surrender 42, 631. 631. The player to force the player to place one of his eliminating units on a space on the casualty track occupied by a surrender marker. Okay, so once you have to put one on the surrender marker, you immediately lose. So if the Germans, they lose control of that. What an advance! What an advance! What an advance! That was a beautiful maneuver. And now, that changes everything. I'm going to play another advance, and I'm going to activate this guy, and I'm going to advance him there. And the leader as well. Nope, I'm going to leave the leader there. Just this guy. Okay. And the rest of these, and 5 cards. Okay. Well, we've been going pretty hard here for over 2 hours, so I wanted to see. I like how things flow. It's let me come back and talk to y'all. So this is just kind of an experiment about the 2 issues you run into when you do solo tactical wargaming with cards. Is deciding what the opponent is going to do, moving, action, firing, who's moving, where are they moving to, who are they firing at, all those decisions which you cannot find, you have to make a decision for them. So no matter what solo system you use, this one or one of the other ones online or whatever, you're still going to have to make these decisions. The only thing that this does that most people don't like about Combat Commander is the fact that you know what your opponent has in your hands because it's card driven. If you don't look at the cards, like we've been doing, without knowing, you can make much better decisions, I think. I didn't have a problem running it. I think we made a lot of good decisions for both sides. Because we didn't know, and even when I drew my own cards, I haven't looked at my cards. I have no idea what my cards are. And the other thing is, if you're not just sitting there studying your cards and analyzing what you got. Yeah. So it's a matter of keeping the flow of the game going without having to run a lot of extra charts and extra decks and rolling extra dice or trying to do all this extra stuff. This game takes up a pretty big foot chunk by itself, so I'm trying to keep things. And the other thing is you have to use the cards. I mean, because all the information is on the cards. So you can't just bypass looking at the cards and using the cards. So you have to use the cards anyways. So you might as well get around the fact that you're not, you don't want to be looking at the cards. And it sounds very simple, and it is very simple, but for me, it's like the best fix because the more charts you add, the more dice rolls, the more things that I got to keep track of. Different charts and different things I've got to keep track of and move little counters around. The more it just drags the game down. You want to keep Combat Commander, I think you want to keep it flowing very good. You want to keep it flowing pretty fast. And I think the best way to do that is to just limit yourself on when you can look at the cards. And even when we're doing like end of turn events, right? And you're looking for dig-in cards or whatever, you don't need to look at it right then. You can wait till it's their turn. and then play a dig-in event. Like I said, I think that in the last 2 hours we made one mistake with one card where we could have played it, but we didn't look at the deck in time, and I wasn't going to go back and undo something. So, I mean, there are, if you're very picky about that, but for solo play, I think you just want to keep things flowing quick and fast and easy, and keep it going and not be bogged down with extra charts and extra rules and extra card decks. And I think we did a lot more in the 2 hours we played than somebody else playing it with a different solo system and stuff. I think just don't look at the cards until you need to, and then make a decision based upon the cards that you drew with, and you don't know what you got because you didn't look at the cards that you drew. So you can make good decisions for your opponent when it's his turn. Because you're like, oh, I don't know if I've got a fire card or a move card, or if I've got some kind of way to prevent them from routing or rallying or anything like that. Because I got new cards and I didn't look at my cards. So we'll see. I think it's a good start. Maybe some more rules in place. But I think it played pretty well, pretty fast. And I didn't have that many bad situations. And I don't think we did anything wrong or incorrect. I mean, maybe we missed a rule, or we forgot to move something, or we did something like that. But we weren't taken out of what we were doing because we were changing the game. We're not changing anything. All we're doing is not looking at cards, which makes it so that we're playing the game the way it was designed mostly, which is the best way to play the game. Adding extra rules, extra charts, and extra things, and extra little cards, decks, and sleeves, and charts, and everything is just, it wasn't the way it was designed to play. And sure, it might play great solo that way, and if you enjoy it, then great. But for me, I think it's just take the basics of what this game is and change it so that you can just adjust and play it. Now, I haven't played Combat Commander in a long time, and I'm very excited to play it again, and maybe that's why I'm really excited about this, because it seemed like it played really well, but maybe it's just because I haven't played it in a long time. If I had played it a bunch, then I might be having a totally different experience going on right now, a different view of things. So I could be skewed because of that. But I think just by not looking at the cards fixes half the problem of solo. Just don't look at the cards until you need to know what the cards are. And then you can keep the flow of the game and everything else going. So, we'll try it out again. I would like to get some feedback, thoughts, suggestions, comments, whatever, down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll see everybody real soon. Until then, my friends, take care. Good to see everyone, and we'll see you all down the line.